I used to be one of the skinniest guys in my entire elementary school class and high school. I never really cared or took notice until high school. I was constantly made fun of throughout the years after people would ask, Kevin, why are you so skinny? Don't you eat anything? Sure, I was good at sports and could run faster than most of my classmates because I was 120 pounds during the beginning of my high school year. But I got so fed up with my body and hated how I looked, especially once my high school crush told me I was skinny. That's when I knew things had to change. Today, I'm gonna be sharing exactly how I did it and how strict my diet and workout schedule was. I am the perfect example of how to gain muscle as a skinny guy naturally. Are you tired of the way you look? Then let's get into this. How it all started. I honestly hated working out when I first started. It was hard, it was embarrassing, and I was so skinny. And it was embarrassing working out beside these massive guys. Well, all I'm doing is bench pressing the bar for 1 rep. My mom's boyfriend, who was a big construction worker, would take me to the gym twice a week to show me the basics. Still, I mean, I didn't like it straight off the bat, but I think that's like that with most new things. Everything was new to me. The machines were intimidating, the men were intimidating, and just knowing that I was one of the weakest guys there made it so much harder to keep going back for my workouts. Eventually, I quit going. Who wants to go to this hard place, especially after a long day at school? But it was always in the back of my mind. I needed to keep going and pushing myself to get more comfortable. My mom, who happened to be a fitness competitor, recently got a job at a gym called Good Life Fitness. It was a brand new state-of-the-art gym and the biggest one around, and it was super close to home. I think I was on summer break at this point, but my mom, after getting the job there, happened to get 2 yearly passes for family. I knew this was my opportunity to start weight training. I knew I had to jump in on this and start my journey of getting the body that I always desired. So I accepted her membership about a month after the gym had opened. This was probably back in about 2010, and started going every single Saturday to get a feel for this place. I had no idea what I was doing, and I didn't even get a tour the first time I arrived because I was way too nervous to go up and ask anyone. I eventually found my way around and started lifting weights based on what everyone else in the gym was doing. I was just copying these people. After being there for some time, my mom finally introduced me to some of the personal trainers there. So I was getting free advice while I was working out just from being her son. It was amazing. I eventually started watching endless YouTube videos, reading articles online, and talking to some of the bigger guys in the gym on how to work out properly and how to gain weight being one of the skinniest guys in this gym. This started to change everything. This is what I learned. Form the habit. As I said before, I started going once a week regardless of how much I hated it. You need to start small with short workouts in order to get more comfortable. I was there for about 20 minutes when I first started, but just getting that habit started with putting on your gym shoes, going for 5 minutes is a gateway into this. Once you start going consistently without breaking your habit, work this up to about 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then start going twice a week, 3 times a week, and so forth. I ended up forming this habit and going to the gym consistently 5 or 6 days a week after about a year or 2 of working out. I never missed a day for 7 years straight. I fell in love with it, and I appreciated how my body started to look and all the compliments that I started receiving. I was hooked. Some things you guys can do to make this habit easier is leaving your gym shoes and clothes next to your bed so that it's always in sight. It gives you that cue that it's time to start working out as soon as you wake up. There are no excuses. Leave a photo of your body that you dislike on the background of your phone. This will keep you motivated at all times. Little things like this do wonders. Do this sort of habit for at least 30 days. It should become a part of you, and you'll start to feel shitty if you don't go. And honestly, in the end, it never felt like work anymore like it did in the beginning. And I started to feel depressed or sick or anxious if I didn't go to the gym. It was officially a part of my life. And you guys can do the same too. Just keep going. I noticed most of my muscle gains when I stopped looking at my body every single day and just enjoyed the process. And then all of a sudden, it was there. Just don't obsess about this. Eat your face off. Before I started working out and started taking this seriously, for breakfast, I would be eating Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, cinnamon buns, 2 slices of toast without any protein at all. I had no idea what I was doing. So as I got a bit more serious, I started buying protein powder and consumed this about twice a day when I started working out. And guess what? I started noticing my weight skyrocketing, and it was all muscle being such a skinny guy. It was like a shock to my body. Like, wow, we're finally getting protein for once in a while. It was an amazing feeling by only adding a couple of protein shakes to my diet. That's how depleted I was. If you are a skinny guy, you without a doubt have a fast metabolism. You could literally eat McDonald's and lose weight. I mean, at least that's what happened for me. Was I blessed? Not really, because I had to work twice as hard as everyone else in the gym. The food part is even even more important than weight training. You need to eat a ton of food, way more than what you guys ever thought. You can do this by following a food tracker online or one of those food calculators. Simply type your desired weight onto one of those things and see how many calories you need to consume. I kept upping my calories by 300, 500 until I was satisfied with the way my body looked and with my overall eating schedule. Just like working out, you need to make eating a habit as well. Start off small if you don't like eating much. And I aim to get myself up to 5 to 6 meals a day. Eating around every 2.5 to 3 hours was key for me, all while making sure that each and every meal had at least over 20 grams of proteins and complex carbohydrates. I became so obsessed with this, you guys, that I would be timing this on my phone. I remember this one time when I was really obsessed when I was around 19, 20. I think I kicked my girlfriend out of the house because I need to get one of my meals in and she was slowing me down. It was really bad. That's when I knew I started having a problem. So you don't need to be this obsessed with it, but you need to be getting food in as much as you can. And this can be really tough. Like I said, you need to work your way up to this. Now, here's some of the secrets that work best for me. Take advantage of carbs. They are your best friend when putting on size. My favorites were brown rice, oatmeal, and whole wheat bagels. Another easy way to get easy calories in is by eating a ton of healthy fats, such as nuts, avocados, olive oil. These are really easy to eat and are high in calories. Include all of this in your diet. You need to eat this. Don't have any excuses of why you can't be doing this. And don't forget your high quality proteins. Now, if you still have trouble eating and digesting foods like this, here's another one of my secrets. Start making your own mass smoothies at home. Don't be going out to those supplement stores and buying those super expensive weight gainers, like those mutant mass bags or that mammoth weight gainer powder. They're so expensive. I think they're about $80 or $100 now. You feel like complete garbage after. It's literally the equivalent to eating McDonald's. Don't buy these bags. So make your own instead, and they are super easy to make. Here's what I used to put in them: egg whites, oatmeal, yogurt, nuts, bananas, all kinds of fruit, peanut butter, milk. I'll put that all into a blender, mix it up, and drink it in about 3 minutes, and I got all those calories within that time frame. Compared to, you know, preparing a meal, eating it within half an hour, it's really time consuming. So this is a great way to get easy calories in fast, especially for you hard gainers out there. And in between meals and during meals, make sure you're getting enough water in. This is crucial to make sure your muscles aren't depleted and are well hydrated at all times. And don't you dare skip breakfast like most people do, especially if you're skinny and a hard gainer. You need to be eating every single meal up until you go to bed. So don't skip breakfast, get those eggs going. Let's get into weight training. I see way too many people who are in the gym are just starting out and they aren't struggling when they're lifting weights. I want you to make those faces like it hurts. I want to see you struggling and in pain. That is how you grow. You should be sweating and putting all your energy into your lifts. No screwing around or playing on your phone. As The Rock always says, focus. Focus. I always aimed for myself around 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for hypertrophy. I did this for about 3 months, and then I would switch to strength training, which was around 3 to 5 reps. Same thing, 3 to 4 sets. Alternating between exercises. Don't be doing the same thing every week. Keep those muscles guessing. For around 5 to 6 exercises each workout. You need to do this in order to add size and strength, or you will plateau. As a skinny guy, you need to be taking advantage of the bigger lifts when working out. The compound movements. Don't be screwing around with little bicep curls or little tricep curls. You need to be doing the big lifts, unless you're at the end of your workout and you want to do some accessory movements. Examples of this are the deadlifts, the squats, and the bench press. You guys know this stuff. Make sure to include these lifts in your workout routine. It is extremely hard for us skinny guys to put on muscle, so we need all the help we can get. But as these lifts are extremely hard and taxing on your body, you need to make sure your form is perfect. Get someone to show you how to do these lifts. Maybe there's a personal trainer friend that you know, or you can easily YouTube these lifts online. How to squat, how to deadlift, how to bench press, or even film yourself as you're doing these to see what you need to work on. As I said before, you need to take this seriously and work your way up to 5 or 6 days a week. I did the bro split for the longest time, which means you're hitting one body part a day. There's a lot of routines out there that people think are the best. I think my overall favorite is a push and pull. Easily Google this and YouTube this whole routine, and I think it has been the most effective for myself and most people out there. Look into these for a proper workout split. Anything can be found on the internet these days. Depending if you're doing strength or size training, you need to be aware of how long you are resting in between sets. For strength, I usually rest for about 3 minutes in between sets. For hypertrophy, I usually wait about 1 to 1.5 minutes. You can look at the clock while you're doing this, and don't do anything longer. Don't be lazy and keep track on how long your rests are. I was very extreme at one point, I would be timing this on my watch, but it's totally up to you. Let's go over supplements. The only supplements you'll ever need is protein powder, creatine, and pre-workout. When I first started, I was drinking 1 or 2 protein shakes a day to make the habit of getting protein in easier than ever. I recommend starting this way and easing off, as real food is always better than protein shakes. I tried using creatine for a long time, but I think I'm a non-responder. It didn't work. I didn't get any strength or size increases, and it just made my abs look really foggy and washed out. But I've had a ton of friends who this has worked for. I think I just have a weird body type. I recommend creatine monohydrate. This should blast your strength and size. I recommend 1 scoop after your workout. Lastly is pre-workout. Now be good with this. Don't be taking this every single day, or your body will adapt and you'll need more, and then you'll probably get a heart attack and end up in the hospital. No, I'm just kidding. It just won't work for you as well, and you'll be constantly relying on this. I used to take this once every couple weeks or once a month, and I would have these insane bursts of energy because my body wasn't used to taking it. You really feel the full effects this way. Don't get caught up on buying all the newest and fanciest supplements out there. A lot of these don't work, and they're overpriced and a huge waste of time and money. Don't fall for these traps. Stick with the 3 that I just mentioned, as they'll be the most effective. Trust me, I've bought all of them in the past when I was younger, and they never worked. Bonus tips. As a skinny guy, it can be intimidating walking into the gym for your first time. Wear long sleeves or hoodies if you're insecure about your body type. That's what I did in the beginning. Plug in that music, play your favorite song, and get more motivated. Make friends in the gym. For overall added advice, feeling more comfortable, and make sure you're always saying yes to when people ask you for spots. I made a lifelong friend in the gym just from spotting one guy. And there's been so many other people that this has happened to. And it makes you want to go to the gym even more because now your friends are there and give you someone to enjoy your workouts with. Now, before bed, at least 2 hours before I would sleep, I was still eating up until then. Lots of protein, lots of carbs. But of course, if you're having trouble sleeping, then you need to dial this back a bit. But it seemed to work okay for me. And that way I would put on even more size while I slept. Us skinny guys can get away with this and it'll add to more weight. I was always eating when I wasn't hungry. Just because you're not starving doesn't mean that you shouldn't be eating if you want to put more size on. And don't forget, you want to be aiming for about 8 hours of sleep every single night. This is crucial for recovery and muscle gains. You gain your muscle while you're sleeping. You guys can do this. You don't need a free membership like what I had in the beginning. There are gym memberships out there for 20 bucks a month now. It's literally 20 bucks a month to get the body of your dreams and to stay healthy. Start off small, like I said, and build this habit. And soon you'll start to fall in love with the gym. Your confidence will skyrocket, and soon people will be coming up and asking you for advice on how to achieve a body like yours. It's an amazing feeling. Now watch this next video on my overall body transformation and how far I've come all these years. Of course, I still work out to this day, but check this one out. Any questions? Comment below. I will answer every single question you guys have for me. I want you to be the best version of yourself and know that it is possible for you. Later, guys, and thanks for watching.